Hi, I'm Daniel Young from Markforged. Today we're going to talk about the three subsystems of a 3D printer and how they work together to print your parts. These subsystems are the Extrusion System, the XY Motion System, and the ZStage. Let's take a closer look. The Extrusion System contains the print head and the extruder. It's responsible for taking material from spool to part by pushing it from the extruder through the Bowden tube and out the print head. Now the print head, which is a component of the extrusion system, is actually actuated by the XY motion system. Now pretty much every 3D printer operates on a single plane. So the print head moves on an XY plane, back and forth, forward and back, and it precisely positions itself at every given point in time. Now this works with the extrusion system to make sure on any given layer it's putting material out at the exact place in the exact time and the exact rate required to make a successful part. These are driven by two stepper motors. They don't actually correspond directly to the X and the Y axis. They work together to move the part in different directions. The system seems simple but is actually really complex when dealing with the flowability of plastics and the complexities around it. So the final system in the 3D printer is the ZStage, which includes the Z motion system itself and the print bed. The Z motion system is controlled by a stepper motor that's actually out of sight, but is actuated along this lead screw and held in place by these two rods here. Now, the stage itself holds the print bed, which is the most important part in terms of print success early on in the print. This is because it has to be exactly parallel to the plane of the XY motion plane in order to make sure that every layer prints perfectly. At the beginning of the print, the Z-stage is positioned one layer height below the nozzle, which is on the print head, as the print head prints the first layer of the print. After that layer prints, it moves down one layer height further and then repeats that process as the part prints itself. After a print, you can remove the print bed to take your parts out and then precisely replace it using the kinematic coupling to easily start your next print. Now that you understand how each component of the printers work, you get a better idea of how our printers work to print precise parts. Thanks for listening and happy printing.